Hi and welcome everybody. You're welcome to today's session of Becoming Class with Mayowa Odekunle. All right, today we are going to talk about becoming the CEO of your life. Yes, I want you to imagine a company that has no director, that has no boss, that has no supervisor, that has no manager. Imagine the chaos that would be in that life. So imagine that your life as a CEO, you are not taking charge. Imagine the chaos that you would have in your life. No structure, no system, anything goes. When you are asked, can you come for this event? You say yes. When you are asked, can you do this? You say yes. Simply because you do not have a definite goal. You do not have a definite vision. You do not have something unique that you along your way. They will tell you, can you do this for us? They will say, oh, go and give it to Shade. She will do it. Because they know you do not have something definite you are working with or that you are working on. So what does it mean to be the CEO of your life? You know, the word CEO is something that have been so polished that everyone percent or 90% of people do not know where they are going to that is attached to being a CEO. But it is about the rules and the roles and the responsibilities that you need to take as an individual and taking charge of your own life. You know, also, we will be looking at what are the things that can hinder you as an individual from not being a CEO of your life. Then we are going to look at the step-by-step the steps that you can take to be in charge of your own life and be in charge of your own time. Now, when you hear the word CEO, what comes to your mind? You have the flashy, the beautiful vision or imagination of someone who owns a multi-billionaire company, someone who is in charge, someone who calls out the direction of a particular institution. Now, I want you to imagine this institution as your own life. Imagine this institution as your own life. And imagine that you are the CEO, you are the boss, you are the one in charge of this big institution. In this institution, you have your mind. In this institution, you have your brain. In this institution, you have your time. Now, we have the one that has to do with your mindset, and we have the one that has to do with real life events. Now, in this institution, there are some basic things that you as a CEO must first of all have if you want to take your company or your institution to the next level. Now, what are those things that you must have? Number one is you must have vision. You must have vision. Have you seen a company or have you seen any CEO that does not have a vision? No matter how small, even the Bible said that write the vision, make it plain. No matter how small it is at the beginning, it is the vision that will carry you on. It is the vision that will serve as a wheel for you to know that I have a place I am going to. So you will not see every company that you celebrate today. Everyone is now on Facebook. Everyone is now on Twitter. Everyone is using Snapchat. Everyone is buying diapers. Every big institution you see today. We have Amazon. We have so many platforms that are doing so exceedingly well. Everyone you see today started from the smallest part. The Bible says, do not despise the days of little beginning. But what? They had vision. There was something they were waking up to every day. There was a picture they were seeing every day. There was an imagination that was in their mind every day. So if you as an individual, you are not seeing any vision for yourself, my friend, you are not a CEO. If you do not see a vision, you do not see where you are going to be in the next 10 years, you do not see what is the possibility of my future, what exactly am I looking forward, or what am I working towards, that means you are not a CEO of your life. You are not in charge. You have to leave the group of people that anything goes with them. Oh, if you bring this today, okay, let's go into fashion today. They are ready. Tomorrow, let's go into real estate. They are ready. Tomorrow, I think there's one course that's trending now. It's social media manager, excuse me. They are ready. Why? Because they do not know where they are going to. And somebody said, if you don't know where you are going to, everywhere becomes your destination. Now, everywhere cannot become your destination. Imagine yourself in a bus, in a car, and at every junction, you are dropping. You drop, then you enter the bus again. You drop, you enter the bus again. Tell me, how exactly do you want to get to where you are going to? If you as an individual, you cannot have a precise destination. When you have a vision, it is easier. You can easily sit on that vision. You can easily learn all that it takes on that vision. You can easily do all that you need to do to make sure that this vision, I am going to work on it no matter what. So if you as an individual, you do not have vision for your life, you are not yet the CEO of your company. You are living as a tenant in your own life. So you need to change this. There have to be a shift from you being passive, you not doing anything with your life. This you need to change. So if you do not have the mindset of a boss that have to be in charge, definitely you are going nowhere. Number two thing that you also need to know is for you to be the CEO of your life. Number one is vision. Number two, for you to be the CEO of your life is that you need to have what? A great mindset. You need to change your mindset. You need to begin to believe in the things that you are seeing. It is not enough that you are seeing something. Do you believe in what you are seeing? Everyone today that has attained a particular height in life believed in themselves, even when things were so hard, even when things were not gelling. They believed in their vision. And so when excuse me, there's a title of a book that says when life gets tough, or when the tough gets going, the going gets tough. Yes, when the tough gets going, the going gets tough. I don't know if I'm correct about that. But what I'm driving at here is that when you have a vision as a CEO of your life, do you believe in that vision? What are those things that you are using to inspire your belief? What are those things you are using to cement your belief? And this is where your mindset comes in. You as an individual, if your mindset is not reshaped, if your mindset is not aligned to the vision that you are seeing, you are just a dreamer. You are just part of those that are on the dreaming island waiting for a particular day that someone will come and rescue them. But the moment you believe, it is the belief that you have that will make you to take step. It is the belief that you have that will make you to do, oh, I need to do this thing. But if you do not have belief in that vision, you are not going to take action. So if you want to be the CEO of your life, like I said, number one, have a vision. Every company you see today, there is something they are working with. If you go to any bank, you will see vision statement, mission statement. So you too, as an individual, personally, write your own vision. Make it plain. This man, Kostaris Maduka, he said, before he became a billionaire at age 25, a millionaire at age 25, he had the vision. He said, by the time I am 20 years, I am going to do this. By the time I am 21, I am going to, and by the time I'm 25, I must hit my 1 million. He said every day when he wakes up, he looks straight where he wrote that particular thing and read it loud to himself. Before he goes to bed at night, he reads it loud to himself. So this is how you can cement the vision with your belief, with your mindset. The moment you begin to back up what you believe with positivity, you see that a lot, you begin to work. Then your action, it's easier for you to start acting on it. So for you to become the CEO of your life, number one, vision. Number two, have a renewed mindset. And number three, another thing that will help you as an individual or as someone that can be the CEO of their life is that believe in that which you are seeing, because it is your belief that will enable you to act upon whatever you are seeing. Now, again, if you see any company, it is easier for you to start. Starting is easier. Oh, you are so fired up. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. But what keeps you going? If you want to be the CEO of your life, you must have structures and systems in place. When I was in system structure, I was reading some books, and sometimes I was listening to some podcasts. I was like, what is system? What is structure? Then there was a particular man that talked about the digestive system in the body. It talks about how everything in your body works together. How if you put something in your mouth now, it will pass here. It is a system, because that is how God has created it. It is a system. So when you put something in your mouth, it knows that it has to pass here. It knows that it has to pass here, and they know different places that they have to go to. Now, you as an individual, how do you create a system for yourself? Now, creating a system or having a structure is not something that it is very easy to do. One thing that will help you to create a system, or that will make you to have a structure, is that you first of all need to make a research. Personally, the structure that I will make is not the same structure that someone that is single is going to make. Now, what do I mean? For example, I said this live was going to start by 7 o'clock. When I got home, I had to quickly take care of my children so that they can eat, so they will not disturb this class that I'm currently doing. Now, the structures that you need to put in place as an individual is that, number one, with your phone, for me, what I do is that I put in, the structure that I put in, not to spend a lot of time on social media. Now, there are structures for different things. You have structures for your spiritual life. You have structures for your finances. You have structures for your well-being. Structure and system is not just about one. You have to share it into different areas. Now, I knew that there was a time I knew that it's like I am wasting away. What am I doing exactly? I looked at there's a particular app, or it's not really an app, there's something on the phone that gives me the time frame that I spend on every social media. So on Facebook, it will tell me, when I check, I will see that I've spent 2 hours on Facebook. What did I do on Facebook today? I spent 3 hours on Instagram. What did I do on Instagram today? So I purposely reduced it. I reduced it to the moment I spend 15 minutes, my Facebook will not open again. The moment I spend 20 minutes on Instagram, my Instagram will not open again for that day, except I go and disable it. But that was a structure for me to work on my social media, scrolling on social media endlessly. Somebody said you can never get to the end of social media. What are you looking for? Exactly. You will never get to the end, because you have endless and endless videos that will be popping up on your feed, because you obviously do not know what you want to do with your time. So if you want to give a structure on your time, there are things you need to put in place. Okay, if it's on my phone, this is the structure I need to put in place, so that I will not spend a lot of time on my phone. So every company that you see doing well today, they have structures. They have the time that you have to clock in. Like the place I work, you have to clock in at a particular time. You have to clock out at a particular time. If you do not, that means your salary is at stake. So you need to structure your life in a way where, if I do not do this thing, then this is at stake. So these are the things that will enable you to get serious and be the CEO, be in charge of your own life. Don't not forget, number one, we talked about vision. Number two, we talked about belief system, mindsets, renewal of mindsets. Number three, we talked about you putting in structures and systems. Have structures for your spiritual life. Have structures for your finances. Have structures for your relationship. Be intentional. There is nothing that you have done today that is worthwhile that you have not done intentionally. Somebody will say, you do not climb the staircase by mistake. You did it intentionally. That is why you will find yourself on the top. That is why you from first floor, second floor, third floor. Even if you have to use a lift, you still entered the lift. There was intentionality. So these are the things that you need to do, taking charge of your own life. Be the CEO. Do not be a tenant. And number 5 thing that you need to do is what? Take charge of your time. As the CEO of your life, take charge of your time. Very, very important. If you get back from work, let's say you work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Somebody said, we work for 8 to 5. What do you do from 5 to 6 or 7 that you resume in the morning? Or you sleep. The remaining 3 hours, you have 3 hours. Audit your time. What do companies do when they know that they really want to make sales, or if they are not getting the target at which they want? They do what? They audit. Okay, where is our money going to? So you as an individual, do a time audit. Where is my time going to? Where is my money going to? Where are the things, where do I spend my time? Do I spend it more on my skill? Do I spend it more on doing things that are not adding value to my life? So you as an individual, to be a CEO of your life, you need to take charge of your time. The moment you take charge of your time, you see that things begin to work in place. Someone said that God is not really what you are asking from God is so small that He can give it to you anytime, but He's more interested in who you become. So who you become matters. It goes a long way. It is not just enough for you to, you want to have money. To what end? I want to be the richest woman. To what end? Even if that money was delivered to your doorstep tonight, to what end? What are you going to do with it? What kind of person would you become? So God is interested in who you will become before He gives you whatever you are asking for. So you as an individual, to be the CEO, to be in charge, you have to manage your time. Be in charge of your time. Don't attend to all parties. Don't attend to things. There was a particular place I worked when I first graduated. There was a particular lecture we usually had in the middle of the towards the end of every month. The man said that the clothes that you wore 5 years ago, where is it? Now, this is to show priorities. So, if you do not need to be if that wedding or if that occasion is not going to add value to your life, you don't have to be there. Except it's going to add value to your life. But if it's not going to add value to your life, you don't have to be there. These are the ways you audit your time. Some of us will go to work from Monday 9 to 5. Then on weekends again, oh, you are resting. Yes, resting. But resting to what end? There was a particular time I was reading the Bible and I just got like a revelation from, the Bible said God, he rested on the 7th day. So He worked for 6 days and rested on the 7th day. That means if you have not worked for 6 days, you are not permitted to rest for 7 days. Now, what does that mean? That means that you are only permitted to rest. When I mean rest and relax, when you have worked to a particular level and you know that you now have passive income. You now know that you have influence. You now know that your life is easier than it used to be. So does this now mean that you should not prioritize rest? No, you prioritize rest, but you carry your burden in the days of your youth. Now that you are young, this is the time you have to carry your burden. So you need to audit your time. For you to be the CEO, audit your time. Don't just attend to anything anyhow. Whatever will not add value to your life, don't attend to it. It is not by force. But if it's going to add value to your life, sit down attentively and listen. And number 5 thing that will make you the CEO of your life is that be accountable. Yes, be what? Accountable. One thing that has been helping me for the past 2 months or 3 months now is that there's a particular group that I joined. It's called Becoming the Greatest You. And there is a report that I have to drop every day from the book I read, from the Bible I read, and everything that I do. I have to drop a report. So when you have accountability partners, when you are accountable to someone, it will help you. If you say, I'm going to read a book on cooking, I'm going to read a book on baking, I want to know what others do not know. These are the things that makes you different from others. So by the time you sit down with that particular book, you have what the others do not have. So, but for you to read that book first, for you to be consistent, you need to be accountable to someone. Someone that will look you in the eye and tell you are doing nonsense. But if you do not have accountability partners in your life, or you do not have people you are accountable to, you will do anything anyhow. You ever wondered why we were young? It's now that I begin to understand why we can't do some things when we were young, when we were with our parents. If you want to, they will tell you this is the time for you to sleep. These things were structures. They will tell you this is the friends you have to have. They were structures to keep you away from joining yourself with bad companies. They will tell you this is how to brush your teeth. They will tell you, we don't wear this kind of clothes in this house. These things were structures. So you as an individual, you need to have structures and also be intentional. So I do not want to say a lot. I know I've said a lot tonight, but to conclude or to wrap it up, like I said, is number 1, to be the CEO, have a vision. Number 2, believe in that vision. Number 3, act on that vision. And number 4 is that you need to be consistent. Number 5 that I said is that your time, audit your time. And number 6, which was the last one, or which is the last one, is have accountability partners. If you begin to see all this Oprah Winfrey, if you see Stephen Akitayo, if you see a lot of people that you really admire in whatever spheres of influence that they are, you would see that these people, they have people they report to. So if you as an individual do not have someone you report to, my friend, you are a time bomb that is about to explode. So you need to have accountability partners. They are the one that will enable you to make sure that that thing you said, that vision you are seeing, you need to sit on it. Let me tell you, the way the way they hatch their chicken, the hen we incubate, we sit on the egg for days. It will collect it. Let me use that word, collect. There will be so much intensity of heat on it. So when you are going through all these processes, they are heat on you. But I tell you, by the time the heat has heat enough, then the egg becomes a chicken. It comes alive. That is the power of transition. So my friends, if you have not taken anything away from this night session, is that you, as a CEO, have a vision for your life. Number 2, as a CEO, believe in that vision. Number 3, as a CEO is that change your mindset, because that is what will make you to act on your belief. And number 4, as a CEO, do time audits. Don't attend to everything. And number 5, as a CEO, is that have accountability partners. Yes. So I will be rounding up now, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that has joined in one way or the other. If you learn one thing or the other, do not forget to share this video and also give your comments in the comment section, and also let us know how we can improve on the becoming class with Mayowa Odekole. Thank you so much. I really appreciate being your host tonight. Yes, I'll see you next week Friday. Don't stop working on yourself. Keep believing in yourself. And I tell you, the vision, the future is so beautiful that you can't wait. And the vision, also the future cannot wait to receive you into it. I love you with the love of Christ. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.